Hi there, I'm Carole Beauvais and welcome to Artful Freedom. Today we're going to talk about homeschooling. So my family, we homeschool and I absolutely love it. Although homeschooling has been a lot more popular in the recent years, we've been homeschooling for a long time. So my son Brando, for example, only did kindergarten, so he's been homeschooling his whole life. Why did we do it? Why did we choose? It was a hard decision because we had fears like just everybody else, but we decided to do it at the end because it was all about creating our own schedule and give us more time to be able to do all of the projects that we want to on our own schedule instead of running back and forth every day, running to get our kids at school and living in a life that for me is a head chicken cut off and people are just going, 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 going. I didn't want that. So homeschooling was very amazing for us. The number one thing that people talk and ask about is socializing, which to me, that's funny. It's super funny. The reason why I find it funny is I want you to think about the people in your life. Do you know someone that went to school that did everything that's traditionally done, but they're super shy? They have a hard time. They're antisocial. So socializing has nothing to do with homeschooling or not. Socializing is part of individuals. Socializing, you socialize after school. You socialize in other classes or being part of life. You're socializing by calling people after school. So socializing was never a problem. We come from the restaurant world, so you can imagine my husband and I are pretty social. I love people. I absolutely love being around people. So we're part of our community. We create community. So my kids know how to talk to an adult like they know how to talk to a 5 years old. Some of them are a little bit more comfortable with certain things, but socializing has nothing to do with the choices of homeschooling. So in life, to be socialized, you need to participate in life. You need to participate, not be an observer, but really participate. Take the courage and talk to people and learn, get some certain tools. So I believe actually in that that's not even a something that people should really think about it, because when I even think about, I remember when my kids were young, people were saying, "Oh, okay, you have to bring them to daycare. They have to socialize with other kids." Well, can't you just go to the park and play with other kids? Like, can't you be just around your kids and participate? Have fun in your family life and participate in life and go with other families that have. Now, if that doesn't exist and your schedule in life and business doesn't happen, yes, but that's not the only way. So being told from other companies a system that they think that you should follow to give the excuse why we should do it and we should hurry and shouldn't be stressful. Think about it. We get to create that for our own kids. We get to decide that for our own kids. Socializing, we knew how to socialize before daycare ever existed, and we knew how to socialize before school existed as how we know it now. So my kids are in a whole bunch of activities. They socialize, and that should never be part of a reason why you homeschool or not. And I absolutely love our world of homeschool. To me, homeschooling is a lot more than just academics. Homeschooling, what it did for our family, it made our family stronger as a group together. So I believe that, for example, for my family, since my kids didn't get to spend a lot of time with my husband because he was at the restaurant, and with the different schedule of the restaurant and the home, it created a better bond to be able to spend more time together. So we got to have our breakfast together. We got to be able, so my son and my daughter, for example, they're different age. So sometimes one kid goes through school, they're there all day, they go home, they have to do homework, they're in their rooms separate. They do their own activities and all that. You have the other kid that's doing the same thing. They're going through their own grade. They're separate at school. They're separate at home when they get, and so they only see each other there and there. So sometimes two family members grow together in the same household, but don't really know each other. So I believe homeschooling, it creates a bigger bond in the family. If it allows you to be able to homeschool, I promise you that it will create a better bond family members together in a family. And that's very valuable for me. So it's not only in life, yes, academics, learning math, English, science, history, all of that is important. But also, there's a missing part that sometimes people don't talk enough about, or they go in therapy later on in life, or it's something they try to work on other things, is that homeschooling, you get to work together as a family, learn how to be together, and create a strong bond together. So the bond should be with your family members, with God, the universe, whoever you call that person, and with yourself, with your members that you spend every day with. So how do you educate? How do you know if your kids are learning? Well, it's simple. Your kids are always learning. Now, it depends what you give them to learn. So if they're just watching TV all day and they're just watching junk, well, they're learning junk. If you give them in an environment where they can educate themselves with who you surround yourself, the books you choose, the programs you'll pay for, well, that's what they're going to learn. So it really is the environment you'll create for them. And so I pay for a lot of programs. I don't sit one-on-one on them at the kitchen table for them to learn individually. Now, we do that in certain things. There's certain subject that for history, for example, the Canadian history, we sat down together, even though they're different grades, we read books together, YouTube's video, we have a question, we want more research, we'll go and find another book, more research. So it's not just a resource that the school or educational system will give us, but we'll go look for other information out there until we get all the knowledge and information that we really want. But there's so many programs out there. There's wonderful programs out there, some for free, some you have to pay for. And for me, it's all worth it because I get to create what really matters for them, their style of learning, and to make it interesting because learning should be fun, shouldn't be heavy. Oh, I have to do school and I don't want to be there and to please the teacher. It should be about you taking responsibility, your children taking responsibility, and having a thirst for knowledge for what they want to learn in life. And that's what I love. I absolutely love that we get to create that in our life. So sometimes it's within a group. We have wonderful community out there that will help us, that they put programs out there. There's so much resource online, different programs that you can do. Some are free, some you pay for it. And we get to create it. We get to look, what do they want to learn, how we want to do it, and some of it is on their own. Hey, my kids, if they come to me with a question and I don't know like actually, even when I know the answer, sometimes I go, you go do the research and come back with that answer for me and come and give me and explain to me. Come with life with a thirst of knowledge and going to do your own research. That's important. Like everything in life, there's pros and cons. So the cons, it does take work. You do have to manage, you have to organize, and sometimes you have to deal with different individuals' learning style and frustration. And sometimes some parents have a hard time motivating, uplifting their kids to be able to do certain things that they must do. They're a responsibility that we have to take on. The positive part of it is that we get to create our own schedule. We have the flexibility. We're creating our own life. And for me, it is all about freedom for myself and for my kids that we get to create. That doesn't mean that we don't take responsibility, but we get to create. We have the freedom to choose how our life and our days will look like. And that's very powerful. So it depends on you. It's not perfect for everybody, but is something that for me, when you want to be a creator of your own life and you want to give your children to be fully self-expressed, is something that to put them in an environment that's very, very, that they can flourish And for some kids, it's better at school, it's better at private school, it's better some ways. And for ourselves, my kids, the way we did it, I believe was a perfect solution for my family. I am very grateful for my daughter for asking us to homeschool. I, like I said before, it really opened up a whole other world for us, and that really it created more freedom in our life, which is very important for me. So I absolutely love it. It's been such a winning recipe for us, and I know it is for a lot of people. So please like, share, comment what works for you, what doesn't work for you. If you have any questions, if you ever thought about it, and you're sitting in your fear or you have a lot of questions, reach out. It will be such my pleasure. With that, thank you for watching. See you next time.